Welcome to IC Tarot. This is a reading for Gemini singles for July 2019. Please bear in mind that it's general, so it's not going to resonate with everyone. The animal card I've got for you for July is the polar bear. So this is the animal of really high endurance and the animal that has to face very harsh weather conditions on a daily basis. If not the weather, then at least temperature wise, in order to survive, in order to get the food, in order to be able to procreate, to ensure the longevity of their species. So this is your energy for July, even though it's the summertime. And then from the tarot cards, we have the Four of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Tower card. So because, well, this is a reading for singles, but we are having a look more into how you are going to be coping emotionally this month. So not necessarily with another person. However, in your case, it looks like there was a person on your radar for a while, and you really did see that person as a perfect match for you. And I'm not sure if that person was aware of your feelings towards them. Maybe they were, maybe they weren't, but they weren't really reciprocating that to you. And I have a feeling that you may have been you may have been up in your head regarding that person. You were daydreaming about them. You started implementing some changes in your life in order to lure them towards you, to lure them closer to yourself, to make them more to encourage them to approach you, to encourage them to say yes if you invited them for a date. Whatever that thing was, well, you definitely put a lot of effort into preparing yourself to at least start dating, if not in general be with that person, because you just couldn't see any other end of that story. For you, it had to happen. For you, it had to be that you two would end up together eventually. So the Seven of Pentacles card is showing like the Seven Pentacles are representing the things that you have been doing in preparation for this union with that person. So it can represent anything really. So it could be you going to the gym, it could be you saving up some money to take that person somewhere, or maybe to buy a house to make sure that you've got stable foundations to make them more interested in you. Whatever that was, you were kind of preparing the nest for the two of you, but in fact it wasn't happening with their consent. It was just you doing that in hopes of you and this person being together. But we have the Tower moment, we have the Tower energy in July for you. So this is going to be the news that are going to completely shatter all your plans. You will probably either find out that this person is dating someone else, or that this person is getting engaged with someone, or maybe that he or she is moving to another country. Whatever this Tower moment will be for you, this is going to be this is going to be a clean cut between you and them. This is going to 100% separate the two of you, and you will not even have any more access to that person. So this is going to be a Tower moment for you only, not for them. And now I think that because you were so much in that dream state nearly regarding that person and the future lives of you two, I think nothing else could wake you up from that dream but the Tower moment. Maybe other people who maybe noticed, or maybe you shared with them your feelings towards that person. Maybe other people were trying to maybe gently tell you that it's not really the way you see it, but it looks like you were completely neglecting other people's opinions. Anything that was happening in 3D in real life, you either were ignoring that on purpose, or you were just turning everything upside down. So for example, if that person smiled to you, you were perceiving that as an encouragement for you, as a sign that the union is definitely going to happen. But in fact, that person maybe smiled to you because they were happy in general that day. So you were just exaggerating and putting everything in pink color, yeah, regarding that person. So you weren't really receiving the information the way it was being sent to you. You were kind of, you were changing everything to suit your needs. And now, because that was more of your imagination, it was more of an imaginary way for things to develop regarding you and that other person. Well, there was no other chance to wake you up from that, but the tower moment, yeah. And now the thing for you to remember, because we have the polar bear here for you. So again, this is going to be the harsh conditions you are going to face in July, or maybe just after July. And it might be that it's not going to be the first time this happens in your life, so you may already have some kind of an experience having such relationships with other people that were actually happening in your head only, or mainly in your head, and not really in the real world. So this might be your last lesson. It really depends on you how you take that. But there is one thing that cards want to remind you of, and this is the Seven of Pentacles. So this is the thing you have been creating all this time in preparation for this person to enter your life. Because obviously it looks like they will not enter your life, but whatever effort you put in that, whatever you manage to build, whatever you manage to grow in here, this is not being taken away from you. It's only that person that is disappearing from that picture. Whatever you manage to grow here, this is staying with you. This is still yours. And now, because you are so focused on that one particular human being, and once they disappear from the picture, you might have a tendency to completely put everything in the bin, to neglect everyone, to basically to become totally miserable and not appreciating what you already have. And I know it might sound like a cliche thing for you, but in fact those pentacles are your things. So just imagine that if you were planning to go to Thailand and you were saving up money for 3 years, and on the day when you finally get that last bit of money that you needed to start make all the bookings, you find out that there was a breakout of I don't know, a virus in Thailand, and the borders are completely closed and no tourists are allowed for the next year, for example, like the country is being quarantined, and then you've got all that money on your account and you wanted to go to Thailand, but now you can't go to Thailand, and now for the next year you are going to be sitting and crying because you can't go to Thailand, and you're completely ignoring the fact that you still have all that money on your account and you can go to any other country in the world using this money, but you just don't want to do that. You wanted to go to Thailand, that was the reason you were collecting money, and that's it. So if you're not going to Thailand, you're not going anywhere. So it's this kind of an attitude I can see in here. So the cards are trying to remind you that you still have all that money on your account. But of course this is metaphorical, yeah? Like whatever these pentacles represent for you. Or if you were going to the gym, you look brilliant now. And now this has nothing to do with that person. Of course they were the motivation for you to start going to the gym in the first place. But now when this person is gone, it doesn't mean that you're not looking good anymore, that you cannot attract other people in your life thanks to those looks, although looks are not the most important thing, obviously, but it's this kind of a vibe. So you need to, like, with this tower moment, of course it's not going to be easy, of course it's going to take some time for you to recover from that, but it's going to be a lot shorter or a lot easier if you do not lose sight of those Seven of Pentacles, of everything that you managed to achieve while you were waiting for that person that is being kind of forcefully or drastically removed from your life at the moment. So it's like a little bit of bittersweet news for you. But still, it's really up to you, because you cannot make people to stay with you, or you cannot force people to be with you. If somebody wants to be with you, if somebody is meant to be with you, they will. And if they disappear from your life, it means it wasn't meant to be. Okay, this will be it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this reading resonated with at least some of you. Have a good month, and I hope to see you next time.